Hey guys, today we're going to flush a tankless water heater to get rid of all the buildup from hard water. This is a Rinnai Tankless water heater. Got a kit from online. I'll link it in the description. It's called Float Aid from Amazon. It comes with the bucket, the pump, the drainage tubes for the unit, and also the solution to pump it out of to get rid of all the buildup. Is it. Unplug the unit. Power is off. You can't see the LCD indicator is off. Turn off the gas, and so it's parallel to the pipe. You just go perpendicular. Okay, we turn off the gas. As you can tell, there's two drainage ports from this fitting here. That way you can put in your solution and water from the cold line. It goes into the unit and come back out through the hot line back into the bucket. Now I'm going to turn off the water to the unit. I'm going to use this adjustable wrench to turn it off. It's a lot tighter than I expected it to be to turn off the water. Water here, and take these caps off to put on the drainage tube. So here's the cap for the hot. Here's the cap for the cold. Now I'm gonna attach the hoses that it came with. Just gonna attach it to the hot, and this goes back into the bucket. Make sure it's tight. Gonna use my pliers just to tighten it up, make sure there's no leakage. Now we're going to do the cold side. Okay. Should go off tight. I put a gallon of water in the bucket that came with the kit. Now I'm going to add the solution to clean up the water here. Came with a 1 quart solution size, which is how much you need for the gallon according to the kit. So here's the solution right there. Just going to pour it into the now I'm going to hook the cold side, the feed side, into the pump that came with the kit. This is the pump that's going to pump the solution into the unit and then create that circular loop to clean the unit of all the junk. So I'll do that. Hand tight should be fine since it's plastic. And I'm going to stick this unit, submerge it into the tub. As you can tell, with the solution and all the water. And I'm going to put this outlet line from the hot water into the tub so it creates the loop. Now I'm going to turn on these valves here so that the water from the tank allows water into the tank and the water out from the tank. These little knobs here that control that. Okay, I got this ratchet wrench to make it easier to turn these knobs. Okay, now it's on. You can see the water started escaping from the tank a little bit. Whatever's left in the tank. So both of them are on. Now I'm gonna plug in the pump to the outlet. And now that the pump's on, you can see that the water is flowing through. Solution flowing into the system. Pumping the solution into the system and then escaping it from the system. And the water should be turning some different colors. It's really dirty. It's been 2 years since I've done this. So we'll see how it goes. Basically now we just have to let it sit for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll come back down, check it, flush it out, and complete the job. All right, it's been about 45 minutes, 50 minutes almost, and I'm going to just unplug the pump now to stop the pumping. All right, the pump is turned off. And then now I'm going to turn off this the cold line, so that it doesn't allow leak any water out when I take up the hose for the Alright, it's off. Okay, now I'm going to take off the hose from the cold line. Just so I can catch any residual water. Okay. Put that in the bucket. Let it drain out. There's a little filter up here on the very top right here that I'm going to take off and clean out any kind of sediment in there. Usually a hand screw is all you need, but yeah, I guess I don't need it. I just hand screw it out. So I hand screw this out. So in here, there's a little filter. Let's see if I can take it off for you guys to see. The filter that I took out of that. So and then this is a filter before it goes into your tankless water heater, and you can see there's some sediment there that builds up from the city water. So you want to just take that out and clean it under the faucet, or just blow it out and then put it back in. Okay, clear out the little filter. I'm gonna put it back in now, just hand tight, because it was only tightened on hand tight. So I'm just gonna put it back on as hand tight. Put this little plastic thing back around it, so just to secure the filter, so you don't lose it. And I'm just gonna hand tie it back in. Put this back on. I don't need this drain plug on. This back on. So at this point, the flush is done, and I want to clear out whatever is left in here in the system. I want to clear it out so it doesn't go into my hot water. But flushing the system with cold water, it's going to come back out the same outline. But I'm going to connect this outline to my to a faucet outside, so that it just drain all that junk out to the outside. And I'm going to run it for a couple of minutes, probably 5 minutes, just to make sure all that stuff gets out of the system, so we don't like get on us in the house. So I'm going to connect it to a hose that leads to the outside of my basement, so that I can just drain for like 5 minutes straight to get whatever's in the tank still, all the chemicals and water out of the tank, to make sure it's all nice and flush. So now I'm going to turn back on the regular cold water to flush the unit. Alright, I tighten this a little bit more so it doesn't leak. I turn on the cold water, and I'm going to run it for 5 minutes. There you go. I'm running the water from the tankless water here to out here, just to flush the system from all the chemicals. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to turn the water off now. Okay, water's off. I'm going to just shut this valve off. Alright, valve's off. So nothing comes out of that drain valve. Okay, and I'm going to take off this hose. This will be done with the flushing of the chemical outside of the system. Going to take this hose off. Sit in the bucket. Just, I can close this up. Okay, I'm done with it. So at this point, we have cleaned out the system with the solution in the water, and then we have flushed the system of that solution in the water. So now we can turn back on the water, the gas, and plug it back into electricity. But before we do all that, I'm just going to make sure all the connection is tight. Now I'm going to turn back on the water. Turn back on the hot. Turn back on the cold. Okay. Check for leaks. Be good. And I'm gonna turn back on the gas. It's over here. Okay, gas is back on. Plug back in the water heater. Water heater is coming on. It's on. So now just double checking. We have the cold water in on, the drain valve off, filter's good, hot water drain valve off, hot water on to the house, gas is on, and power plugged in. You can see all the sediment that was in the water heater here. So you sort of build onto the bucket and there. Yep, so that's it. That should wash your water heater and make it last longer. Alright, see you guys next time.